taking your pants off! What are you doing? My job!
Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. This has got to be the most 2010 movie ever. It has all the hallmarks of the era. It's even got the trio of the white guy main character, the woman, and their comedic third wheel of African American descent, who's always cracking jokes. Thousands of scientists died in the marketing team of the first movie to come up with this formula. And I guess it was a successful formula because arguably even Shrek follows it. I can't even be mad because I do kind of miss these movies. They're nostalgic to me. Speaking of nostalgia, when this movie came out, all the kids in my school became obsessed with Greek mythology. I always had an advantage on the playground though, because I played Asian mythology when I was a kid. So I could always pull out some, some stupid mythological shenanigans to beat whatever my friends attacked me with and our pretend stories in the playground. Though I never knew anyone who actually read the books. I read the second one, but that was it. I knew no one who read this shit. At my school, we read Harry Potter and a series of unfortunate events. That's right. Lemony Snicket runs this shit. I remember Pop Tropica had a Percy Jackson collaboration. For some reason, my childhood was just filled with Greek mythology. But when it came down to actually seeing the movie, I went with my class, and I guess I enjoyed the movie. And then I went home. I know, the greatest story ever. But this would not be the last time I watched this film. For some reason, a lot of my school teachers would play this masterpiece in class for my entire childhood. This one scene of Grover dancing has been ingrained in my psyche forever. I know after seeing Grover bust a move like this, if you haven't seen this movie, you're probably thinking, what is this movie even about? Well, I guess I can tell you while you're here. Well, Zeus at the beginning gets robbed of his lightning bolt and he thinks Percy did it. Percy Jackson is the son of Poseidon, who is born with the gift of dyslexia, giving him magical abilities that are seen as inhuman to his best friend Grover. But the trade-off of his powers is they make him bad at school. School's hard on him. Because his Greek god father is nowhere to be seen in his life, Ralph Cefaretto takes care of him and his mom. I hate this shit. Percy actually takes for granted all the hard work Ralphie does to support him and his mom, causing friction at home. Look at the shit fucking Ralphie has to put up with. He's got people calling him the devil on the internet when he's trying to just take care of some poor kid with dyslexia. This whole plotline is cut short because the whole Greek world knows about Percy and his lightning bolt, and he doesn't actually have it, but if they knew that, you wouldn't have a movie. And Grover is revealed to be Percy's guardian and helps him escape to Hogwarts for bastard children. But before they can make it, his mom dies. But it's okay because Percy meets his 24-year-old love interest who still goes to summer camp. Unfortunately, only the son of Poseidon could ever find himself in this situation. Percy's summer camp vacation is cut short because Hades comes and cockblocks him and tells him, I kidnapped your mom, bitch. And, she's in Tartarus. And COD gamer Luke gives Percy and his friends a map to some ender pearls that allow him to get out of hell. He then also gives them some gamer gear and sends him to Tartarus. Sends him to hell. I remember my mom got upset that the song Highway to Hell played in this movie because it was a children's movie. Apparently I'm not alone in this experience, as a lot of my friends told me their parents had the same reaction. Some boomer exec was like, I love AC/DC, put him in the movie, we got the rights, baby, everyone's got the rights to AC/DC, put him in the movie. Maybe they give out the rights for cheap, you never know. Back to the movie. On their quest, they do go to two boring places, and then they go to an awesome place. That's right, they go to Vegas. I would argue that the gang's time in Vegas is one of the greatest, most cinematic masterpieces I've ever seen. The cinematography combined with Lady Gaga's excellent score. It's crazy to think that Joker 2 could have been this good. The rest of the movie is not as good in comparison. This is the highlight. Essentially, what happens afterwards is Percy goes to hell, finds out Luke planted Zeus's lightning bolt on him, Grover the Goat Man gets domesticated, and Luke dies. And then Poseidon says, shit man, sorry about abandoning you and your mom. And then the gang get a somewhat happy ending and live happily ever after. Until it's revealed in the credits that Ralphie dies. putting Tony in a rough position because now the gods of Olympus took out his top earner. The story would eventually be resolved in the second movie when the Roman gods come and seek their justice for whacking Ralphie. Now, I haven't seen that one, so I don't know if it's good or not.